Welcome everyone, and I hope you will enjoy your time here. I'm pretty sure you will. I'm going to start off today with a pumpkin cheese spread. You probably see the recipes in your book, and I'll give you a few minutes to find those. Yeah. And this is a nice spread to make around the holidays, so on those days that you're preparing all those fancy meals for the guests that you're going to have, and maybe you may have some guests that stay overnight and wake up the next morning and you're just cooked from cooking the day for the day before. Well, this is a nice recipe. It's easy and simple that you can use as a breakfast recipe. And, it doesn't take a lot of prep time. You can make it the night before and put it in the fridge. It has to be in the fridge for 2 hours, but it can stay in up to 24 hours. So you can go ahead and make it the night before. And then that way, when you wake up in the morning and you're still tired, you can grab this out of the fridge and serve it with bagels. And it goes very well with bagels in the morning because it is a cream cheese, but it has that pumpkin flavor. Okay, so the ingredients, we're going to start out with 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened. And the cream cheese that I use is the tofu cream cheese. And you can get this at Whole Foods, and I believe Kroger's and Martin's has this as well. And I'm just going to put this. What you want to do is you want to make sure it's softened. And I'm just going to scrape it in the bowl here. And then I'm just going to mush it a little bit to kind of soften it and break it up a little. Okay. And then a half cup of canned pumpkin. And the pumpkin I'm using, I got this at Whole Foods. It's a 365 brand, and I like this brand because it's 100% pure. And when you open the can, it looks very bright, just like it does in the pumpkin. Because I've opened some pumpkin cans and it seems to be a little brown. I like it where it looks just like it should, right out of the pumpkin. So I'm going to use that and half a cup. And I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, and smush it around a little bit. Kind of get a smooth consistency going. Okay. And the next on the list is a 1/4 cup of sugar. I don't use sugar, but a good alternative that I'm going to be using today is coconut sugar. And I like this because the body responds to it a little bit better, and it's a lower glycemic index. Okay? And I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of that, just pour it right in. You're just going to dump everything into a bowl, so it's really, the recipes are very simple and easy. Okay, and then 3/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. I'm just going to put that in. And I have all these pre-measured ahead of time, which helps and makes it a little quicker. And a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix that up until it gets really smooth and well mixed. And when you let the cream cheese sit out for a little bit, it'll soften and it's easy to mix, so you don't have to use an electric mixer as long as it's soft. You only need the electric mixer if it's not real soft. But you just keep stirring that until it gets to the consistency that you like. And sometimes cream cheese can be a little lumpy, so you want to squish those lumps out. A little elbow in there. Okay, and you can see the consistency is getting more and more creamy. And that's the consistency you want. You just want to make sure that those lumps are all out as much as you can get those, because it looks real pretty when it's smooth. And this is a good little treat for morning breakfast. And if you really like something, it's going to be a nice little treat. Okay, so once it's all mixed, then what you want to do is you want to put it in your favorite dish. And let's get all this in here. There you go. And you just smooth that around in there. There you go. And there's your spread, your pumpkin spread, ready to eat. This, you put it in the fridge for 2 hours, up to 24 hours, like I said before, and it firms up a little bit more, and it has more of the consistency of just cream cheese. And then you can take it out of the fridge, and it's ready to serve with bagels. Okay? So that was the pumpkin cream cheese spread. The next spread I'm going to demonstrate is the warm spinach dip. Now, with all the holidays coming up, football games, all these, you want a good alternative to the normal stuff that's out there. Something healthy. So the warm spinach dip is a good one when you have football games with corn chips, and you can just dip like you normally would with other unhealthy dips. But this is a healthy alternative. It's also, it has the green and red color that you'll see. And this is very good for Christmas. You know, it brings out the Christmas green and red colors as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the spinach. And what I have here is a bag. You can get, in most of the grocery stores, they have little boxes of spinach. But I chose the bag because this is 100% organic and it's non-GMO. And I got this from Whole Foods. And so that's what I'll be using today. And you just dump it, thaw the bag, so all the spinach is thawed. And you just dump it in a bowl. And the next ingredient is the tofu veggies. This is what that looks like, and you can get this at Martin sells it, Whole Foods sells it, and I believe Kroger sells it as well. Okay? And I'm just going to use a cup of tofu of the veggies. And this brand that I have here is the Follow Your Heart brand. And it's replacing mayonnaise, you're right, it is. It's replacing mayonnaise. And it's a good alternative because this is a healthier alternative. It doesn't have all the stuff that mayonnaise normally has in it. Okay. Yes. I'm just going to scrape this in here. Get it all in the bowl. Okay. The next is a half a cup of sour cream, and I am using the tofu sour cream, and you can find this at your grocery stores as well. And this is a half a cup. Okay, and again, it's really easy and simple to make because you're just going to dump everything into the bowl. And the next ingredient is 2 cloves of fresh minced garlic. If you're a garlic lover, then you can add more. If you don't care for garlic, then you can add less. Okay? And the next ingredient is a 3/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. The type of cheese I'm using today is a good alternative to the regular Parmesan cheese. It's called Go Veggie Parmesan, okay? And it comes in a container like this. I got this at Whole Foods. And you just dump that in. And then we have the next ingredient, which is 1 tomato. If you don't like tomatoes, then you don't have to put tomatoes in. I like it because it does add the red color and it makes it a little bit more festive looking. And a stalk of green onions. So you just take one of the stalks of green onions and just chop it up really small. Now just put that in there. You can also save some of the green onion and the Parmesan cheese, a little bit of that, so you can sprinkle over the top once it's finished baking, if you like. And the next ingredient is artichoke. I like artichoke in mine, so I just diced it up, cut it up really fine. And of course, this is optional as well. You don't have to use the artichoke if you don't want to, if you don't care for artichoke. But I think it adds a nice little flavor to it. Okay? And you just mix all that up. And you can see it's really colorful in the bowl there as we mix it. And you want to get all of the spinach, you want it thawed so all of the spinach can kind of get mixed in with the cream cheese and all the other ingredients, the garlic, so it gives it, so it's not in chunks. The spinach isn't in chunks, like frozen chunks. And you can mix it all together there. Okay? And last but not least, what I like to do is I like a little pizzazz with mine. I use a little bit of red pepper. And this you can use or you don't have to use. If you don't like red pepper, don't use it. But I like it because it does give a little kick. And you can put this on as much as you like or as little as you like. And I just sprinkle it in. And you just stir it up and get everything mixed up really well. Okay? And then you want to, after you mix everything, you want to spray it. I just use a olive oil spray in the bottom of the baking dish so that it doesn't stick. And then bake it in the oven for 20 minutes, and then on 350, the temperature 350. So you can see here how colorful it is.
Over here.
Okay, and this is what the finished product looks like. I'm not going to touch that because it is a little bit hot, but I just wanted to show you. Okay, you can see it. Okay, great. Okay, and that's the spinach spread and the pumpkin cream cheese spread. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions about the ingredients or what goes into? Yes?
Do you use fresh spinach instead of
Actually, you can. You can because it does cook in the oven and it will cook the spinach as it goes along, so you can use fresh spinach. A lot of times, what you find in the bag, a lot of times is kind of quick when you're in a hurry, a little bit faster. You just dump it in. No washing. Any other questions? Yes.
Do you serve it hot or cold?
Serve it hot. You want it hot. It goes very well with French bread. It goes very well with corn chips or tortilla chips. Very good. And it goes very well at parties. People like it a lot at parties. Any other questions? Yes?
The coconut sugar, would you suggest that be used for diabetics?
I think it depends. If you need an alternative, this is a better alternative. But if you're really restricting your diet from sugars, I think you would need to watch all sugars.
How many carbs is that?
This one, let's see, same number of carbs. Because you use the same amount of this as you would sugar, so it's equal. So it's 5, total carbohydrates, 5 grams.
Yeah, it's the same number of carbs. I think it just may be healthier because like white sugar has, they use the bleach to make it white and stuff, so that would be a more natural sugar. It still has the same number of carbs.
Any other questions?
Would that work uncooked?
Would it work uncooked? Yes, because this isn't, you don't cook the spread, and that's what we used it in. Oh, you mean the spinach? It does, you can eat it that way. It just has, the flavor just pops when it's hot. Yeah. Any other questions? Well, thank you.